Alright. Think this mic's connected. Pretty sure. Don't have my camera. Just have my phone for the time being. Long story. Memory card. Whatever. So welcome back to another video, everyone. This is my SBD session from Monday. It's been a while because it's Saturday, and this should be uploaded by Saturday, depending on how smooth it goes. I have a new split. It's like SBD Monday, which takes 4.5 hours, which is... my foot gets cold, my right foot, because I've like messed it up 4 times. I guess you could say I sprained it, twisted it 4 times. One time I landed on it trying to dunk on like an 8.5 foot hoop or 9 foot hoop, not too high. 2 times rolling it playing basketball, and 1 time I kicked it wrong in kickball because I don't know how to kick. That was like 2016 and before. So that one just gets a little like inflamed. I think both of those words are the correct words. And it just gets cold faster because it swells up. It sucks. The garage is cold. My hands start like getting stabbed and like cold stabbed from the deadlift bar, the knurling, and because it's cold in there. It wasn't too cold today. I just benched. I'm not showing that, but I just did some block presses and some Spotto, and that for some reason Spotto press and block press that wasn't cold. Like I had 2 sweaters. I just took a shower. You'd think it'd be colder, and I was fine from the beginning. So without further ado, don't have much to say. It's pretty, the squats are pretty standard. We're gonna show that, and then bench, and then deadlift. So here are the squats. All right, so the first lift of the SBD day, we started with the S squats. Top set was 390 for a double. I don't know why I thought it was a triple, but that's next week. I was getting the weeks confused. The week before was 375, sorry. 375 for a triple. So this was about RPE 7.5. It might have looked hard. You know, I had a friend that said 8.5, another friend said 7 tops, but the belt was on the last hole in the SBD belt, so you know it's a size larger, so it was pretty tight. And this set it was tight too, the 355 3x4. But on the second and third set, I put it down 1 notch less, the second to last hole, because if I get any skinnier, the belt won't fit me, or any leaner, because you know I'm 194 now, so it's 11 pounds lost since I bought it. I can get fat with this, but I just can't get skinny. So sometimes I'm like on my leaner days, I could be on the last hole. On my bloated days, second to last. When I bought it, I was on the third. So I've lost some inches around the waist for sure. But it was a good working sets. We're keeping them pretty light and focusing on top sets. I'm gonna have a deload after the week of the 20th, and then we're really gonna start peaking 5 weeks out. Yeah, like we're big time be peaking. And I'm gonna update a lot. So squats, you saw the 390 double. It was pretty 7.5. This belt was too tight, like I mentioned. Working sets relatively easily. We're gonna keep them easy. Bench, you know, I'm not where I want to be, but the working sets are really easy. Out of all the 3, those are the easiest working sets out of all 3 lifts. You know, I'm hoping to get somewhat higher opener. The highest I've done is 254, like 253 point whatever. I just say 254. I usually just round it. I'm looking 259 or 265, one of those openers, if I want to get my projected numbers for bench. So, you know, may not be 300s. I'm not expecting it to be, but at least higher than 276. 281 I kind of count and didn't count, but like I did it in a meet, got 2 reds, so I kind of don't want that one, even though it's not official. Kind of want 287 minimum. So here's the progress of possibly 287 or more right here. All right, now on to bench. The 240 triple. The week before was a 3x1. This sucks because it was a pretty good. The pauses sucked big time. It wasn't touch and go, but wasn't that paused. But the week before was a 4x1, and I was doing working sets of this 3x3 of 245 and 250 3x2 before I got sick. So it's just a little discouraging. Yeah, we're done with the pity party though. So 220 4x5, real easy. I'm feeling great about bench, how easy this felt, because the 4x4 the week before with 220, same weight, didn't feel so great, but this one was pretty easy, and it was more volume for sure. 4x5 is way harder than a 4x4, and I suck at benching, so it's just more about the working sets, but not overshooting with those, like not going too heavy, but like to get the numbers I want, like if I want to bench 287, which would be a PR, 281 never counted, or even 292, I'd have to look at like a 265 opener, and that's kind of heavy for me because I'm not a big jumper on bench, unless, you know, 259 minimum and just pretty big jumps, but we'll see if I even get those numbers. It'd be nice to get something like that. Ollie wanted something about 303. That's not happening, that's for sure. And 501 squat, not happening. deadlift 573, not happening. But I'm just gonna like calm down a little and get somewhere around those. I'm looking about 1,300 total. Numbers are pending, but we'll see. All right, so that was pretty, pretty easy, pretty whatever. The pauses weren't the best, weren't the ones I'd prefer, but they weren't touch and go either, so they were eh. I think pauses are way more important on singles compared to triples because it's hard with heavyweight. Saying that like you don't know. If you powerlift, you know. Okay, so deadlifts, you're gonna see my stupid ass haircut, and I mentioned it in the voiceover. You can't really tell from the front, like right now, but you can see like I didn't do a good job. First time fading my hair. I've been cutting my hair the buzz cuts you've been seeing on my videos. It's my first time doing a fade, and it wasn't good. I looked like a reject Marine in boot camp that didn't make it to a 3-month boot camp. I was there for like a week. They kicked me out. Yeah, but I'm gonna get better. I got all the tools now. I bought stuff on Amazon, and I'm really working on it. I suck now, but I'm gonna get better. You're really gonna see my haircut. It looks horrible. So we got a 455 triple, and then working sets. I think it was 402 4x5, and that was crazy. The knurling was just too cold and too sharp, so I sped up all the working sets. So here it is. And for the finale, deadlift 455 triple. There's just something about this weight. It's like I've always had a personal bone to pick with this weight because my first meet was 457. So I always want to conquer 455 or anything close to my meet. My first meet, third attempt, and it was okay. It wasn't that hard, but like the bar just hurts my hands because it's freezing in my garage. So it pokes and it's freezing and it hurts, and it wasn't so bad. It was like 8. There's some hitching involved. I believe it wasn't that bad. Like I'm not too discouraged by it. And man, I'm really realizing only on deadlifts, not squat and bench, but like I'm dead after the top sets on deadlifts. So 402, we had to go so light, 402, but volume for 4x5. I was thinking like 420s, but man, we're gonna have to go really light on deadlifts because I'm dead. Even after 470 last week for 1, not even like 2 or 3. And I sped up all the working sets because I took way too long because my hands have to keep resetting because they were getting stabbed by the bar. Man, my haircut I look like a jackass. First time fading my hair and I did horrible. I look like a reject military. Like I was rejected in the military during boot camp or before boot camp. I wasn't even allowed to go to boot camp. They cut my hair and I was done. I did horrible. Fading on your own, something you have to learn. I used to suck at lifting weights. I used to suck at powerlifting. I still do, but I've gotten better. So it's something I'm going to have to learn. I'm about to cut it soon again. See if I mess up. I got 3-way mirror, all this stuff. I may do some videos of me cutting my hair, honestly, to pass the, the voiceover and all that. But yeah, 402 4x5. It wasn't that hard. I was just dead. That's all it really was. And then, like I said, the bar. We're really going to have to, because next week I have planned 475 for a double. The week before this one, I did 470 for the single, so 475 for a double. That should put me around 500 pounds with all the things I'm doing with deadlift, the triple, the 455 triple, 470 double, and the 470 not too hard single. And I'm looking for open up at 500. The most I've opened is 490, so I don't think this is impossible. And I think I'm stronger now than I was, but like, my deadlift, I think that one suffered the most. All my lifts, that one suffered strength-wise. I was pretty much the same on the other two. Bench too, but not too much. Because I always sucked at bench, but like I was getting pretty good, I think. And now, my working sets are now just top sets. Like 245 3x3 is now just not even a triple. I did 240, so we're going to have to work on that. It's going better than it ever has been on all 3 lifts though, so that's one good thing. I'm feeling way better about squats than before because nationals, it sucked. Horrible. Getting my diet as clean as possible. We're going to talk about that in a few seconds. So now that you saw my dumbass haircut and all 3 lifts, let's talk about my diet. So I was with Ollie and I'm not anymore. Really, it was an amicable decision. It wasn't anything crazy. Just, it wasn't really anything. School, work, all this stuff, all this stress, all this stuff is just, he understood. It's really nothing crazy. It can be pricey with everything going on, and I have stuff I have to save up for, Christmas, school, all this, right? So I'm doing it on my own now. I don't have a coach, and he had me on a meal plan, and it was like, 1 pound of protein per pound, pretty much. Like, I weigh 194 right now because I lost weight when I got sick for that 5 days, and I've been at that weight. I was like 192, but now I'm like living at 194. So I've got some protein shakes because I wasn't big on protein shakes. I hated them, but I like this one. It's Isolate. It's like Isolate, whatever. Isolate. I don't know what brand. Oh my god, I'm gonna put it down here because I don't remember. But it's Fruity Pebbles. Whatever brand sells Fruity Pebbles, and it tastes like Fruity Pebbles, just a little diluted, obviously. 25 extra grams that I just drink, and I love it because it doesn't like, TMI, warning, TMI, but it doesn't like rush me to the restroom. I don't have to take a shit immediately like all the other ones, like Muscle Farm. That one, oh my god, my stomach never reacted well to that. I had to go to the gym, drink it right before, and I'd run to the restroom right on my first warm-ups on squat. It was horrible, and I'd lose my squat rack. And this was like commercial gyms. This was a while ago. That's why I quit drinking protein shakes. It just never made me feel good, and I always had to diarrhea right away. TMI, I know. But like this one, no. It feels like it sits in there like food, which is good. And that's going to put me like at 213.5 exact macros of protein. So that would put me at 19 grams of protein more than my body weight. I'm 194.5. 213.5 would be the amount. You want to be 1 gram of protein per pound. What that will consist of is Greek yogurt at just 11 grams of protein. Ground beef, 3.5 cups is 80.5. 3 pieces of chicken, 25 each, so 75. Tuna, 22. Protein, 25. I don't think I'm missing anything. I did the right method. It's 213.5, and I had a breast today. Breasts are always more grams of protein than the one breast, one leg, one thigh. So it's probably like 220-ish today. So yeah, that's the protein, and pretty much carbs, rice. I'll start eating corn, probably some sweet potatoes. The Greek yogurt has 17 grams of carbs, and then oats, just oatmeal, but like oats. I'll probably mix it in with the protein shake maybe, because that takes forever to eat. Or I'll eat oatmeal and put Greek yogurt on top of it. For my SBD days, I'm probably gonna be like at 400 grams of carbs or 500 to really use up all my energy because I need it. Last SBD day was okay, and I only ate 150 grams of carbs because Ollie had it pretty low, big grams of carbs. But now I know I can get away with more. Eat as many carbs as possible and get away with it while staying under 198.4 pounds, which is kind of a task because I weigh 4 pounds under. So I don't want to gain weight, which I doubt it. If I just eat 4 to 500 on Mondays, SBD days, and the rest not so much, about 180, let's just say, I should be fine. And some days when I'm resting, probably eat less, just to manipulate the carbs on the days I'm not doing anything. Because I'm going to have 3 rest days, so just 4 days of lifting. Because, I want to have some free time, because I need time to do other stuff too, like work. And like, I don't want to rush anything and finish right before or leave some stuff out. I was planning on going 7 days, but I was feeling pretty tired. And it's not that 7 days is hard, it'd just be 3 days of accessories. But time, and I want to do a lot of accessories, kind of like bodybuilding, but it's hard to do bodybuilding and powerlifting. So you got to find a way to make it just one day, one muscle. I wanted to do chest, back, shoulders, and arms, and back and lower legs twice a week, like the 1970s bodybuilders. But it's hard when you're doing so much deadlifts, because I do sumo and conventional, so high bar and low bar, and then a bunch of benching, like 3 bench days a week. Well, 4 with the block presses, but I counted as 3 because it's just 3 days. So all that adds up. So just 1 day of shoulders, like a chest, shoulder, rear delt day, which is still shoulders, I know. Like chest, back, shoulder day, and not too much stuff, kind of like a upper body thing, like 2 exercises each. And then I got the leg day on my second, on the high bar sumo day. High bar sumo day, that's like, the leg day, like Bulgarian split squats and all that. And then just add a little bit of arms at the end of an upper body day, and the bench block day, which is Saturday with Spotto. So we're gonna take out the deload will be in 2 weeks. We're gonna be taking out high bar, taking out sumo, I'm gonna take out the Spotto Larson, and it's just gonna be 2 bench days. I'm really just gonna focus on that, and probably deadlift just once a week, maybe like I did before. Light pause deadlift second day, because I like to deadlift twice a week. I feel like I have the energy, but I may try once, kind of depending on that. And I might do high bar like the SBD day, and then low bar SBD day, and then a second day low bar pause. I've had good success with that. I don't know, we'll see. I don't think that'll be a problem. The second deadlift second deadlift day, not deadlift. Second deadlift day pending. It'll be paused conventional, no more sumo. I haven't been uploading that, but I may do once a week. But as for right now, SBD day Monday, and then slight accessories throughout the week. After the deload, which is the week of the 27th. So the week January 3rd, that's when the peak start will be 6 weeks out. It said 7 in the voiceover, but it'll be 6. So I got a plan, and I'm sure it'll go well. As far as how much I'll hit meet day, I want about 1300, but as long as I get better than 1240, it's always better to get some total added instead of decrease like nationals. My total went down 40 pounds. All right, so that's it for the video. Mile time total is 1240. We're looking for a 60-pound increase, minimum 40. That's pretty much it. That's kind of a nutshell of how my week went. Kind of uploading week by week, but once the peak starts, I'm really gonna be uploading. But there's really nothing to see besides the SBD day. But I'll really keep everyone updated. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and see you next time.